gracious me!
What is going on, guys? TVM here. Welcome back to the Road to Glory. More gameplay today than I think I've ever shown you. Not just over the last few weeks. I've been crying a lot. I've been moaning a lot. And I even put a poll out on Twitter to see if it was just me. I've seen a lot of people complain about the gameplay this week. There's one example, a disconnect, and that's honestly on the PC. That is the first time I've ever had a disconnect. It has never disconnected and given me a loss ever before, and it has there. And now I can feel the pain of console players because that happens a lot apparently. But to me, it was a shock. There was nothing going on. It was 0-0, and yeah, I got a loss for it. So not happy about that at all. But we crack on. The goal was just goal 2, right? I've never played all of my games in a weekend league ever. This week I was on course to do it. Unfortunately, it was in a weekend where the gameplay was absolutely horrendous. And I've never moaned about gameplay as much as I have this weekend. And it's not because I wasn't winning games necessarily, because at one point I got to 11 and 6, maybe? I think it was 11 and 6, which was, and I was moaning like, oh my god, this is the worst I've ever done, and I was just bitching and moaning constantly. And then I looked at last week's record and where I was at that point last week, and it was only one win or one defeat worse off, if that makes sense. So I wasn't actually doing that bad, considering last week I moaned in one game last week because the gameplay was a bit dodgy, but all the losses I took last week were deserved, apart from the one. And even in that game, I moaned in. I still enjoyed myself to a degree, and every other game I was enjoying myself. And my record up until that point was more or less the same, bar one win either side. And I'd moaned in every game and not enjoyed 1 second of it. So a lot of people in my chat saying that they were the same way. I'm in a group chat where there's like 4 or 5 of us who play Foot Champs, and every single one of them was complaining about how bad the gameplay was. But last week, everyone was like, yeah, this is quite enjoyable. And again, they're all sort of the same level as me. We're all finished sort of gold 2-ish. I say that. Last week, to be fair, could have easily have gone on to finish gold 1 and was still on for elite 3 when I finished playing. This week, there was no way I was getting gold 1, and I struggled. Like, I scraped gold 2. I say I scraped. I had 2 games left at the end. So I say I had 2 chances after the last game, but still, it was like, it was just a struggle. And at one point I thought, you know what, I don't think I'm going to do this, which was crazy. Xenoduck says, TVM last video, see, this is why I don't review goalkeepers. They are so inconsistent from player to player. TVM today, Alisson is amazing, get him. No, that's a meme. Everyone in like on social media, on Twitter and in my stream is saying how bad Alisson is. Like, people are discarding him because he's that bad, and they're throwing him into SBCs and all sorts. So every time he makes a save for me, I say, oh, Alisson's the best goalkeeper, you can't tell me he's not the best keeper. It's a joke, basically. No, to be fair though, right, and I stand by it, because again, for me, Alisson has been insane. He's saved me so many times this weekend, but then I go on Twitter and I see people, like I said, discarding him. There's a video of someone discarding him. In fact, he's in my group chat. I don't know whether he tweeted it or not, but this, just side note, I played for this. I deliberately tried to get Digne sent off. And if you go back through the Twitch VOD, you'll see that right from the first 5 minutes in, I try and get him sent off. Because it's not like, oh, I'm going to focus on Digne to get him sent off right from kickoff. I played a ball down the left to George Best, and I was going nowhere. The ball was going out of play. I wasn't going to catch it, and Digne slid, and he took me down, and he got booked for it. And then I thought, right, all I need to do is keep playing it down that left, shield against him, and hope that he takes me down. And he literally, 5 minutes later, he did, and he got himself sent off. And it's a bit grim, but that's basically football, right? And then 2 cheesy cross goals, and the guy decides, hey, I'm 2-0 down, I'm 10 men, I'm off. And he left. And that was the most enjoyable part of the weekend, because I planned it. As soon as he got that yellow, I thought, right, that's it. Get him booked again. Get him sent off. I can abuse the left because there's going to be a gap there. Crosses are overpowered. This is going to work. And it actually did. And never in my life have I planned to do something like that and it actually worked. So I was really happy with that. Scoring a lot more goals other than crosses this week. I know that's a cross, but they didn't end up being a goal. But I am scoring a lot more, like, sort of one-time things like that. And you'd have seen a few times we burst into the box with Bernardo Silva. We are conceding more crosses than ever before, though, unfortunately. But, you know, it is what it is. And first-time shots as well, like one-times from the edge of the area. Conceding a lot of those as well. I know, he says he's scoring more goals other than crosses, and the next goal he scores is a cross. I know. Get goal 2 for 2 weeks in a row. These rewards are actually worth it. Oh, got goal 2. Yeah, no, I agree. This weekend, though, I've not enjoyed myself so much that it was touch and go whether I was going to try and get goal 2 or whether I was going to get goal 2. Not try. I was always going to try. Fingers crossed, though. I thought that was in. Fingers crossed, though. When we pick up our rewards on Thursday, we'll actually be able to say that it was worth it, because I mean, this is, look at it, look, I mean, I'm tackling him constantly, and he's just not letting go of the ball, and I was in stream, right, I was getting on my own nerves by complaining about the gameplay, and all I was doing was banging on about, oh, look at this, I'm tackling him, and he's still got the ball, this, that, and the other, and there's just, after a while, I just had to tell myself to shut up, because it was ridiculous. He's in here, great save, straight out to his player, and he scores. I mean, it's the same the other way, by the way, right? Now, you wouldn't hear me complain about it necessarily, although I would laugh and joke and say, look, it's even, I can tell that this guy's passes aren't going where he wants them to. But in the end, I just had to resort to just the cross, you know, like, the gameplay was so bad, it was just like, well, I can't play through the middle of him, I can't pass it around, I'm just going to have to just launch it into the box and just be disgusting, be dirty, because I can't play any other way at the moment. I was desperate a lot of the time just to try and stay in the game. I played I played much better people this week than I did last week. That game was close, although he was a better player, because he was abusing La Croqueta like I've never seen anyone abuse it before, and he was very good at doing it. Very, very good at doing it. So he deserved to beat me on that basis. In fact, there weren't many games, to be fair, that I lost this weekend that I didn't deserve to lose. I think 2 of them, maybe 3 at a push, but 2 of them definitely were 50-50s. I didn't deserve to win them, but they were 50-50s. They literally could have gone either way. That wasn't one of them, really, even though it did finish 3-2. But a lot of those sort of goals I'm conceding at the moment as well, where the goalkeeper makes a save and then it's just an instant reaction from the striker. Anyway, we've got a nice comment here from Castboy. He says, I've been watching FIFA content since FIFA 11/12, and I've genuinely never enjoyed a series more than I've enjoyed this. Keep up the good content and hard work. You deserve so much more than what you have. Much love. Thank you very much, my friend. And a lot of people have sort of echoed that in the comments, not necessarily just in this episode or last episode, but along the way. And if you have enjoyed this series, honestly, you are legends, because I've really enjoyed making it. And I've said it before, I didn't think I would I didn't think I would continue the road to glory past sort of 40-50 episodes, because this channel look at that, that's disgusting. There's no way that should go in. This channel notoriously is just sort of a 5-minute video kind of channel, where we would do a 5-minute player review and maybe do 2 or 3, 4 of them a day sometimes, and that's it. And then we progressed into longer videos, and then we introduced the road to glory, and they've all been received very well. And for you guys that have been watching 247 episodes of a series on FIFA, that is absolutely mental, and I appreciate you massively. We will continue the road to glory into FIFA 20. I know a lot of people always ask me, are you going to do a road to glory in FIFA 20? Yes, of course I am. This has been, this is a staple of the channel now. It wasn't for the first 100 episodes. It was a case of every other video is the main priority, and then the road to glory comes next. But now it's, I need to get a road to glory done today, and every other video can sort of be wrapped around it. So yeah, this is the staple of the channel now from going forward. Fingers crossed road to glories are actually a thing in FIFA 20. The reason I didn't do one last year is because in FIFA 17, literally no one cared about road to glories. So FIFA 18 I didn't bother, and they were huge, and I missed the boat massively. FIFA 19 I did it, and people are enjoying it, and I'm grateful for that. Get Kondogbia, says Joseph. He says, Rodri was far better for me. Oh, don't get Kondogbia, my bad. Haha, don't get Kondogbia, Rodri was better. I think I know what I'm going to do, and I'll show you when we go live in just a second. There's probably about 2 or 3 minutes of gameplay left, and these are sort of the final games, really, of the weekend. I am scoring a lot of crosses, and I appreciate that. If you are watching thinking, I thought he said he wasn't scoring many crosses. What's going on? All I'm seeing is crosses. Well, guess what? Bang. That's not a cross. Stick down your pipe. I know, I'm trying a lot more of that. This guy loved a kick-off goal. I'm not going to lie, though. He loved it. And straight from kick-off on that goal, or the second half, I should say, he scores with his Messi. It's my own fault, though, because he scored once with Messi, and then literally 20 minutes later, he scores another one with Messi. And why is it my fault? Because in the first half, all I kept saying was Messi is pointless because he's too small, and you can't do anything with him. So he scored twice against me just to prove a point. But luckily for me, I kept my cool, and we came back, and I think we ended up winning the game. So it is what it is. Neuer guy here, hey, wasn't able to watch the last video until today. Sorry, that's no problem, mate. You literally watch it whenever you want, Josh. It's fine. Neuer pushed me over the edge into completing moments Cruyff. Love the vids and keep up the good work. Thank you very much for the kind words. Make Chan striker, swap Kluivert for Swap for Kluivert, but Firmino CDM. I'm looking at it from a different angle now, right? So I'll show you what I'm trying to what I'm trying or what I might do. What I might do going forward, but I think I'm going to make a huge. Again, I'll talk about it in a second. But I think I'm going to make a huge push on Socrates this week. I have an awful lot of high-rated cards, an awful lot. So I think I'm just going to take the plunge and go for it. I think I think I can complete the 88 rated, and I think I could. Can you see that he's not doing anything? Twice there, right? Once when he stopped, I tried to do a Balassi flick, and then when he came closer to the touchline, I tried to do a La Croqueta, and he didn't do either of them. And is it because Ronaldo's trash bags? Obviously not. It's because the game is unresponsive this weekend. I had to. I looked at the replay several times, slowed it down. I probably didn't need to make that challenge with Laurent Blanc, but I really, really, really wanted to stop him from scoring. I knew I wasn't getting the ball. I wanted to take the risk of trying to save the penalty. Incidentally, I didn't. And he scored, and that was the penultimate game, because this is the last game I played. What happened with the red card? Did I go and do a single player game and quit out? No, I didn't. I put Fabinho, CDM, and put him at the back along with Van Dijk. And I tell you what, I didn't have one single problem with him. And in fact, we made this guy rage quit very early on. To be fair, he wasn't a bad player. He had a relatively good team, as you saw. But Cross is OP, and Ronaldo's down this side here, puts the ball in, and a little header near post, and that was all she wrote. The ironic thing about this guy is his team name is Never Give Up, as you can see, and then he just rage quits. Yeah, that made me chuckle. But I've never been so relieved to A, finish a weekend league, but B, to finish Goal 2 in a weekend league. Not my highest ever finish. This year it is, because I've refused to go further. But this week, it was literally the highest I could go because I ran out of games. It was horrendous. I played terribly. The game was bad. I was bad. My team weren't playing necessarily well. It was an absolute shambles. And that is the way that we lined up for that last game. But no, that team in general, right, I am enjoying it. But this weekend just gone has been a shambles, right? So I'm not going to read too much into it. Ironically, I brought in, let me just switch those back again, right? Ironically, I brought in Jordan Henderson for Fabinho because Fabinho was not cutting it, right? So I had Jordan Henderson. I like Jordan Henderson in game, so I tried him out. And I have used him a fair bit other than Weekend League, but he was, and no exaggeration, I'm not just saying it for the sake of saying it, he was the best player in that team this weekend. He was phenomenal. He was tackling players like Hullet and Vieira and R9 and all sorts of stuff. The guy was insane. Is he staying there? No. Of course he's not. But for now, that weekend just gone, he was a godsend. He was absolutely fantastic. Quick address of Ken Ross's comment. He says, do you really need Bale? Let's have a look, shall we? Yeah. Yeah, I do. I really, really do. He has more goal contributions than games. For me, personally, that is phenomenal because I don't do that with anyone more than 10 games. They always sort of fall behind. He is a revelation. If I'd had Bale sooner, I would probably have played... I've kept playing Weekend League when there was nothing to play for, and I would have been winning games because that is an outstanding record for me. For you, it might not be great, but for me, that's fantastic. Now, no one's questioned Firmino since I got him in. If I show you his record, you might actually question it. That's not great. That's a horrendous record. However, he does basically what he does in real life. He's not a striker. He's more of a sort of box-to-box cam, if anything. The guy will come back in defence, retrieve the ball, play a little 1-2, get all the way up the field. We'll get the ball to him further up the pitch. He'll then play down Ronaldo, who crosses it for Bale or vice versa, or he'll sort of feed into Ronaldo, who'll hit it first time on the edge. He will do an awful lot, but not get credit for it. And I really like that. The issue, not the issue, but the thing with it is at the moment he's my striker, and he is wasted at a striker because he's not able to do the job I know he's capable of doing because he's a striker. He needs to be my cam. In order for him to be my cam, George Best needs to come out of there. Now, I did say to you yesterday, I think, that wherever it is, we changed the team around yesterday. I don't know if I showed you this section of it, but this is what I'm thinking of doing, right? Now, I'm not guaranteed to do it, and I've had a look around, and my left back could actually change. We could put a Bundesliga left back in there. We could put just a French left back in there. There are options because, well, maybe not a French left back because he wouldn't link with Emre Can, but any Serie A left back I think works. I think there's another way I worked it out. It didn't save. I can't remember what it was, but either way, I am taking Gerrard out of the team. Because as much as I love Steven Gerrard, the player in real life, in game, only now and again will he ever pop up for something phenomenal for me. There was a goal in one of the games I showed you where he hit one from the edge with his left foot. That saved me because that won me the game essentially because it finished 3-2. I think that was the game that Blanc got sent off. So the penultimate game, Gerrard scored a banger with his left foot from the edge, even with a 3-star weak foot. So I appreciate that massively. But for a CDM, which is where I use him to have a high attacking work rate, it's not working, Chief, right? So I'm not getting rid of him ever. He will remain on the bench and come on as a cameo or even come on half-time sometimes if I need him. Because he's still a quality player. He still has some phenomenal stats in there. But I think actually getting sort of more defence-minded players might actually work out here. Now, I don't particularly want to get rid of Best, so those two will be super subs. And I don't really want to get rid of Bernardo Silva, but I'm thinking I may have to make Socrates a reality. That, for now, is what I think I'm going to be doing going into the next Weekend League. Someone said about moving this guy up and that guy down and stuff, and that works for Chem, so I don't really need to worry about moving people around. That's it, everyone's on relatively full Chem, apart from Bale, who will be on 7 or 8 Chem. I know he's on 4 right now, but once we put him to a right forward, what would he actually be on? I think he gets 3 Chem for this. Yeah, so he'll be on 7 Chem as a striker. I'm all right with that. There's no problem there. If I did, I know I'm not going to do this, but I'm just testing the. Yeah, he's still on 4 Chem. Cool. I thought maybe he would go up a Chem point if he had an extra link, but he doesn't. So, at the moment, that's what I'm thinking of doing. There's a long way to go before the next Weekend League. We've got rewards, we've got guaranteed SBCs. Anything could happen. There is a possibility of getting Eden Militao in this guaranteed SBC. If that happens, then that defence is likely to change because Eden Militao kind of needs to play, right? So, what have we got going on here? We can get rid of those. Those are from some silver packs. Just relist all the nonsense that I've packed throughout doing League SBCs. I'm going to do a relatively big pack opening. Well, I think it's going to be a relatively big pack opening on stream today. That will be in tomorrow's video. I'm not entirely sure if we're going to get anything tonight. I do need to claim squad battle rewards. I think it's only gold 2, so it's nothing too crazy. That will be in tomorrow's video because literally no point. But we are going to complete that guaranteed thing today. It's it's the best SBC of the year in my opinion because it's so cheap, and it's a great SBC, but it does worry me slightly, and I'll talk about that in a second because a lot of comments about this Goretzka card. You need to get Goretzka. Please do Goretzka. You should do the Goretzka. The issue with it, right, it's not the cost. I could afford to do it, and it wouldn't be a problem. I would obviously get rid of all the cards I'm going to go into Socrates, right? But still, I can afford to do it probably without spending a coin, which isn't a problem. The issue that I have is chemistry, first and foremost. It would be so difficult to get this guy into a team with Bale, and I need Bale. You've seen his record for me. He is one of the reasons I'm still playing the game at the moment, because he is that good that I know out of nothing he can perform something insane. He can hit first-time shots from the edge, and he scores an awful lot of them. His heading is insane. His crossing is good. I love Bale, right? So I need to keep him in there. The fact that he's Welsh is a bonus as well. Goretzka, just as good as he is, he doesn't fit. I cannot get him into that team without making some huge sacrifices. Sacrifices I am not willing to make. Like Ronaldo needs to stay in there, and Bale needs to stay in there. That in itself poses a problem. Getting Goretzka in there is just not going to work without dropping Firmino or something, and I'm not going to do that. So, for as good as that card is and how reasonable the SBC is, I say reasonable, maybe a touch expensive, but not so much that you really care about it. That's a great card. Yeah, I know it is, but it ain't happening. He's not coming to the club, unfortunately, and if you can get him in your team, I would recommend to do him, I really would, but not on this account, unfortunately. So, 81 rated team and 70 chemistry. I've not done a massive amount of, I've done, rare Electrums and 35Ks, 45Ks from League SBC method this week, but I've not done a lot of, the fodder leagues, fodder packs, sorry. So I don't have a lot of fodder leagues. So for instance, I have a couple of these. Should we just go and have a look? The whole thing. I mean, that's not too bad. I have a few of these here or there, but generally speaking, I don't have as many as I would normally have because I've been focusing so much on Weekend League that I've not had time, essentially, to do the League SBC method. So I might have to use some actual league players. The thing I want to do maybe though is go round. Let me go look at the League SBCs. I know it sounds a bit pathetic, but I want to look at. I should have just gone the other way, shouldn't I? I want to look at what league I am nowhere near completing, so I don't mind using those players. I'm thinking Liga NOS, right? We're going to use Liga NOS players, ironically, to get our Liga NOS team of the season. This could go well, it could go bad, but to be fair, because it's so cheap, there isn't an awful lot that could go wrong. Even if we get Greek goalkeeper, it's an 87 team of the season for an 81 rated team. And I said to you a second ago, or a minute ago, this could be a good thing, it could be a bad thing. It worries me, this SBC. Why? Because it's so good that surely that means that the Bundesliga guaranteed, which is going to come out on, I would imagine, Tuesday, surely now that means that's going to be super expensive because they've literally gifted you this SBC so that you get yourself a team of the season to help out because they know that they're going to make that Bundesliga like an 87 rated or something. 86, 87, they're going to really push the rating on that. I can feel it coming. I really can. If they make it the same as the Premier League, kind of fair enough, I suppose. But I've just got a bad feeling about it. I know them. I know them too well. And I know them better than they know themselves. They've done this because they know we're going to have to go and buy crazy amounts of players to get that Bundesliga team of the season. So they're going to try and help us a little bit, but not really, 95. I only need 70 chem here. So if I could just take an 80... Okay, that's still not it, Chief. That's still not it, Chief. Jesus. It's because I've got these 70 rated. I mean, that's too much now. I feel like I'm giving up too much there. Can I take him out? Drops the Kemp. There you go. So I don't mind giving that up because I'll pack all of those players again. Yardell I'm a little bit miffed by, but it's okay because it's only an 82. But that gives us a guaranteed Liga NOS. Now, in terms of players I won't put into an SBC, Eder Militao, Alex Telles, João Felix, and maybe, right, and I'd have to have a discussion with myself about this and the board of directors and all sorts, Felipe, maybe. I don't know. Probably will, but maybe at the same time. Those are the ones I'd keep, right? So anything else goes into an SBC. The ideal player to get here is Bruno Fernandes because I believe he's the highest rated. That would be insane SBC fodder for Socrates. But as long as we don't see the Greek flag, I don't care. And if we do see the Greek flag, it's not the end of the world, right? Oh, we got a walkout. That's nice. Okay, Cam, a 93. Hey, that's almost as good as Bruno Fernandes. I got Bruno Fernandes on my main account, and I've just got Pizzi. 93. It means I can do a video, and then I can just get rid in an SBC. But that is brilliant. I'm really happy with that. It's not one of the players I wanted to keep, and to a degree, I'm kind of happy about that because I did really want and/need SBC fodder. So, I mean, in terms of stats, his stats are incredible. The issue that I have personally, that he's 5'10", and he only has 69 strength and 78 jumping. So not the best of players in terms of the way that I play the game, but stats-wise, you can't argue with that. That's incredible. Really is. Only the 3-star skills as well, so the issues mount up. He's right-footed on the right side as well, so he can't hit one-time shots from the edge and curl them in unless you play him on the opposite side. I will give him a go, and I will obviously let you know what I think, but really happy with that pick for sure. If I just pop over before we end the episode here and go... No, I don't. Let's not do a single-player draft. That would be a waste of time. If we go into... Oh, there he was. There he was. Go into Socrates. Up here. Now, I have Casemiro here, and I keep going on about it to other people. I don't know if I've mentioned it in Road to Glory before, but... Casemiro is a guy that, when I always say, I can't get Kem in my team, or I need to get Kem, blah, 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 people always go, 90 Casemiro, right? And I'm going to complete La Liga today on stream and get that 90 Casemiro, right? Now, he'll go into the team, and he'll stay there until I need him. Because he's an untradeable card that I can literally craft again, my brain tells me, guess what? You can craft this guy again. Put him into an SBC. And yes, that's the whole point of the League SBC method, is to craft cards, to put them into better SBCs, to then craft them again. So I can't stop myself from giving this guy up. And that's the problem I have right now, is that I really want to put him into Socrates to get it done even quicker. That's the issue. Let's see how far we are away. That's an 87 rated team. Does an 86 do it? No. Does a 90 do it? Yes. So, there's that. Now, I know I'd need to buy a few of the players there, but to be honest, to get it done a bit quicker, I don't mind spending some money here or there. Although we are going to open around 30 to 40 packs on stream today, because I'm going to finish a few leagues off, and I can re-rinse them again quite easily. So, The other one thing down here is Bernardo Silva. I currently use this guy as a super sub. Okay, he's only played 19 games, and most of his goals and assists have actually come from the review. Oh no, I didn't review him. Actually, thinking it, but no, I'm lying. I reviewed him on another account. I reviewed the actual team of the season, not a Foot Champions card. So all those goals and assists, or assist, has come from sub appearances, not ones that he started for me. Vital performances, but I'm holding back putting him in, but I really think I should. This SBC will be done in the next couple of days. As soon as I pick up Eggestein and then work out which player I can just pop in here, that's chemistry done regardless of who I play there. And then we can submit that off straight away. Not a problem. The next 88 rated team, and the final 88 rated team for Socrates, I think I'm going to force myself to put Bernardo Silva in there. I may end up throwing Casemiro in there if I'm desperate, but I'll try not to. Thursday, we are getting 2 guaranteed 90 rated players, because I don't think there are 4 or well, maybe if we get Kevin Campbell, Acuna, the Greek goalkeeper, and Felipe as our 4 picks twice in a row, we're not getting a 90 rated player, right? We're getting 87 to 89, which is still high, but still. Hopefully we can get lucky and get a 90 plus rated pick twice. We pick them regardless of who they are, and they go into the 88 rated for Socrates. That leaves us with an 87, 86 and an 85. I'm pretty sure I can complete that 85 quite quickly. That would leave me with an 86 and an 87. Maybe one more week of Weekend League and then League SBCs and such. Or we might actually have enough to be able to just take the plunge. I don't mind spending 100, 200k to try and get it complete if I need to. So there is a distinct possibility, but by next week we may have Socrates in the club. If not, then the week after for sure, because I'm making a conscious effort to do this. The only way that EA could tempt me off doing this at the moment is if they release a Bale SBC, which I don't know when La Liga is, but it's not this week, because I believe the French League is coming next, then La Liga, then Serie A. So I'd like to get the Socrates card done as soon as possible so that we can restock ready for La Liga. The icon is the issue there. I think it might have to be Kluivert that goes into it, but because otherwise I'm going to have to do more, and it's just I'm taking away players from Socrates if I do that, but we'll see. We may get really lucky in packs today and pack ourselves something worth, a couple of 100,000 coins, and in which case, hey, guess what I'm doing? I'm going to complete Bobby Moore, and then I'm going to use more for Socrates, and then I'm going to open that 100k pack. I'm going to pack something worth 100k, and then I'm going to pump everything into Socrates, and that's going to be done by the weekend, and we can keep Kluivert. That's the dream. Hopefully we can get it done. If you are enjoying the road to glory, though, do me a favour and smack that like button. Tomorrow we have got a pack fest, and I will complete segments for Socrates, fingers crossed. If you have enjoyed it, smack the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and until the next time, goodbye.